Hello friends, this is Khush. We are in Plano in Candidate Forum and today we have with us Mr. Cody and he is opting for place 7 in Plano ISD. So thank you so much for actually giving your time to the community and actually opting for this service. We would like to start with your background a little bit. How does that apply and how would it benefit to this position and your reason to run?
Absolutely. You know, when I was in high school, I worked. My first job was actually Cold Stone Creamery. I did ice cream, but I also, in school, I took advantage of some career training opportunities in the health science program. So I did clinical rotation. I worked in the hospitals, and that helped me get into Texas A&M. And so at Texas A&M, I actually worked full-time, paid for college, and was a student housing property manager, and that led to my current career in real estate. And I am a realtor and broker, and I practice residential real estate here in the DFW market, and as much as possible in Plano, my own neighborhood.
That's interesting and impressive. I think generally coming from the real estate field, you get to know a little bit more and ins and outs about how city works, zoning and planning and stuff like that. I think that's a very good thing that you bring to the table. But besides that, what are your top priorities that you think Plano needs right now? Especially property taxes, they're going high every other year. Traffic. But what do you think are the things that you would like to fix sooner than later?
Sure. So one of my main focuses is school safety and security. I think Plano does a very good job of that, but it requires routine evaluation, making sure that we're constantly improving the safety and security of our campuses. And I commend Plano ISD for actually hiring and increasing the number of SROs by 15 officers now at our high school and our middle school campuses, and also adding an additional officer, so now 2 officers at our senior high school campuses. So school safety and security, very important to me. Also budgeting for success, and that goes to the money portion that you're talking about. So what does that mean, budgeting for success? That means more of our tax dollars and our education dollars going back into the classroom and not into ancillary budget costs and things that don't actually affect the learning of our students. And so we want more money for education materials, more money to pay our teachers because they deserve more.
Very true. So what is your take on the Robin Hood effect that everybody's talking about? A lot of tax dollars end up going there either which ways because we are part of that system, ISD system that Austin takes care of.
That's a good question. So it's suffocating us. If you look at our current budget deficit that's anticipated by the CFO, Randy McDowell, we're looking at a potential $30 million budget deficit, and that's based on a 6.5% increase in our home values. So if that happens, last year in net revenue, we brought in, net revenue being after recapture, $408, maybe $409 million, and this year with an increase in $44.5 million in recapture, we're actually going to bring in less money, about $10 million less than we did last year. So they're taking more money from us, taxes are going up, but less money is coming back into our district, and that's creating a budget deficit. And also, we're honoring our commitment to our teachers, and we are paying them a 2% increase, which is increasing that budget deficit by another $6.8 million. So Robin Hood is crippling our system, and if we don't solve this problem soon, we're looking at in the next 3 years a cumulative effect of about $97 million, which is about 40% of our current general fund.
Thanks for sharing all those numbers, very well said. But how do you plan to fix it? I think teachers definitely, well respected out there, they do the job, so
Absolutely.
That raise you should not be cutting, but then how else would you fix this problem? Or plan to fix this problem?
Honestly, even if we didn't give our teachers increases, and if we didn't have the decrease in enrollment, we'd still have an $18 million budget deficit caused by recapture alone. So the solution to this problem is at the state level. This is a legislative issue, and as board members, we need to educate and put pressure on them and let them know the needs of our district and how dire the situation is, and that way they can fix this. Because right now, even great budget is not going to solve these problems. And even Randy McDowell, CFO of Plano ISD, when they asked him, what are we going to do to help this budget deficit, he said, we're going to have to start reevaluating programs. And of course, he did not name a single program because that's when the war starts. And so really the answer to this is at the state level and them fixing the problem that they created.
Interesting, very well said, but yeah, all the best doing that, and maybe when you are there, maybe you can actually evaluate programs better than what current council is doing. All the best. Anything else would you like to say to our audience?
Yeah, absolutely. I just, I want the audience to know what I believe in, and I believe that every parent should have peace of mind when they drop their student off at school, that every student should have an education that prepares them for a high-value career, and every financial decision we make should have student success in mind, because together we can educate a generation of lifelong learners and lifelong earners. So my name is Cody Weaver. I'm running for Plano ISD, School Board Place number 7, and I hope to earn your vote on May 4th.
Thank you, everybody, and please go out and vote. May 4th. Thanks.